Hey friends, hey subscribers, it's LaQueen Battle. I'm here from Battle First Aid Responder Services. Just saying hi and shout out to you guys. I'm going ahead and pretty much what I really want to talk about right now, since my phone, I'm having some volume issues, which someone really puts something in my headphone jack, as you guys see right here. Right here. They put like I don't know if it's a headphone jack being inserted into here, a headphone cord being inserted to here, but it literally will change the status of my sound settings, and it will change it from the headphone settings into my audio settings. So I'm really having some issues with my audio, the audio and volume on my computer, but I just want to go ahead and make this quick and easy. Get it ready for Milwaukee. I'll be in Milwaukee tomorrow. Good. All right. Good. So you guys can hear me great. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and oh great, they're doing really good. They're doing a lot of campaigning. That's awesome. Great. Okay, so pretty much what I want to make clear is a lot of issues, okay, on what my status is right now through the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services. It says that I am a doctor, DR period. Not an MD, not a medical doctor, but it says that I am an emergency physician. So I really want to get the credentials set and in order. I just want to make sure that people understand what the process is on how to obtain what kind of status, what kind of credentials that you want in your career. And pretty much I applied this, I got accepted, and I'm also applying to medical school as well as to Harvard Graduate School and a couple of other schools in order to get my level up in my certifications. Okay. So here we go. Board through the here is the website, ABPSUS, American Board of Physician Specialists. Okay, and I do need to pay fees. Oh my God. Is your physician certified? So it says on the website right here, it says that I am I'll fix the settings later. Okay, so online on the website, it says that LaQueen Battle is Dr. LaQueen Battle. Dr. LaQueen Battle on a website, as well as with the Department of Medicare and Medicaid Services, as well as on this website, care-.com. It says that LaQueen Battle is a female emergency physician in Boston, Massachusetts, which I have applied for credentials and have been accepted, but I'm still have to be board certified by a group of my own peers, as well as go to school and as well as taking the testing in order to get board certified. Okay, now I am just House of Delegates right here. I just want to make sure that I don't have any issues, okay, because it says here I am applied. I am a physician, emergency physician, mental health counselor, which I have taken classes for that, for mental health counseling. Okay. Right here, through the American Board of Physician Specialties. American Board of Physician Specialties, ABPSUS.org. Okay. It says pretty much board certification in emergency medicine strengthens the credentials of individual physicians and the entire department. Specialty certification information. Okay. All right. So here we go. Eligibility requirements. All right. To become an emergency physician by the American Board of Physician Specialists. Not only am I a physician, but I have a specialty. Okay. So here it goes. Updated July 2020. And I will go ahead and post this to my website as well. I need to update my website and I need to get it ready to pack because I'm leaving tomorrow for the airport. Okay. So it says updated July 2020. To be eligible for certification in emergency medicine through the Board of Certification in Emergency Medicine, BCEM. BCEM. It says, number one, American Board of Physician Specialists, general requirements: to be in conformity with the Code of Ethics of the American Board of Physician Specialties, be known in his or her community as an ethical member of the profession, and be an active specialist in emergency medicine. Be a graduate of a recognized U.S., Canadian, or international allopathic or osteopathic college of medicine. International graduates must also hold a valid Educational Commission for Foreign Medical Graduates certificate. Okay. And it says be a graduate of a recognized U.S., Canadian, or international allopathic or osteopathic college of medicine. And it says hold a valid and unrestricted license to practice medicine in the United States. Okay, so those are pretty much the general requirements. You have to abide by the Code of Ethics. You have to be a graduate of a U.S. or international allopathic or osteopathic college of medicine, and you have to hold a valid license to practice medicine. Okay, now the Code of Ethics. What are the Code of Ethics? Because I really need to talk about this because people are actually going, well, what you doing? Okay. Now, the Code of Ethics, just pretty much for a general physician, okay, Code of Ethics, number one, you have to maintain the highest professional standard of personal conduct. Usually it's the cost of your own sanity as well as the cost of your own community. You still have to abide by personal conduct as well as promote and encourage the highest level of medical ethics in medicine. You have to maintain loyalty to the goals and objectives of the American Board of Physician Specialties. You have to recognize and discharge any responsibility in that of the profession to uphold the laws and regulations relating to the practice of medicine. You have to use only legal and ethical means in the provision of care to my patients. And I have to provide impartial patient care, offering no special privileges based on a patient's race, color, creed, sex, age, national origin, or handicap. I have to accept no personal compensation from any party that would influence or require special consideration in the provision of care to any patient. I have to maintain the confidentiality of privileged information entrusted or known to me by virtue of my role as a physician. I have to cooperate in every reasonable and proper way with other physicians and work with them in the advancement of quality patient care. I have to use every opportunity to improve public understanding of the role of the specialist physician. I have to abide by the highest ethical standards and activities designed to attract patients to my practice. Which is a lot. That's just the Code of Ethics. I have to pretty much just have community standards. Use every opportunity to improve public understanding of the role of a specialist physician. Cooperate with other physicians and work with them in the advancement of quality patient care. Great. Okay, so pretty much just have quality care with you and your community. Okay, all right, here is another one. Now on this there's a couple law reviews that says sometimes the certification is recognized, sometimes not. It just really depends. But pretty much, okay, it's just pretty much evaluating your standards, your community standards, and using that to practice medicine in a safe and ethical way. That's pretty much about it. But really, it's emergency medicine's specific requirements. All applicants must have completed residency training in a program approved by the Accreditation Council of Graduate Medical Education or the American Osteopathic Association. You know, osteopathic doctors, they practice natural allopathic medicine. And such training must include substantial and identifiable training in emergency medicine as determined by the Board of Certification. It also accepts all residencies approved by the Royal College of Physicians. Okay, and then it says be certified on the provider level in the Advanced Cardiac Life Support Program, ACLS, ATLS, and Pediatric Advanced Life. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Be qualified under 1, 3A, 3B, or 3C of the following: completed an accredited residency in emergency medicine. Meeting the requirement also satisfies the residency requirement. So you have to be in America. You have to have completed the residency, which is a 12 or a 24-month program in emergency medicine or fellowship. And it does not constitute a residency program and does not fulfill the residency requirement. So you still have to be here in the United States as well as completed under a college-approved program. They have to be in good standing in a 12 or 24-month full-time fellowship that is recognized and may be eligible to sit for the qualified written exam prior to completion of the fellowship. So not only have to do this for a 12-month term, so I started my business in July for first aid services, but I have to continue this for until I started this business in June. So I have to continue this business until June of next year in order to be qualified to sit for the exam as well as to be qualified for residency. So actually I might be eligible for the services that I'm doing right now to be included as residents, as community residency, but I still have to go through a medical school and I still have to go under a supervised physician's care in order to get a recognition. So I still need a supervising physician, an MD or a PhD, to recognize the services that I'm doing, as well as I still have to be able to, I have to be under a supervised physician for 12 months. I have to be in a college program that will recognize all my hours and count those for 12 to 24 months, as well as I have to be eligible to sit for the exam to practice medicine. Okay, so it's kind of twisted. So, and then I have to complete the residency program, and I have to have practiced emergency medicine on a full-time basis for 5 years and accumulated a minimum of 7,000 hours in the practice of emergency medicine. Physician applicants in the state of California, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I have to have practiced 7,000 hours. So right now, to qualify for community health in Boston so far, over the past 2 years, I've practiced 4,000 hours, but of health work, community health work. I worked at Advocate Healthcare in Chicago. Then I did another 1,000 hours at the AIDS Health Foundation Clinic, and then I did another 2,000 hours just over my community work in New York State. I've probably done more than that, as well as here in Boston. So I've done 4,000 hours just over the past year. I have to do an additional 3,000 hours in order to be able to qualify that as residency, and then have that all these residential hours approved by a supervising physician, as well as approved by a medical school in order to get that MD status. Okay, and then I have to be eligible to sit for the MCAT, for the board, the medical physicians boards. Okay, as well as continue to do this service for the next 12 to 24 months. So I started this in June of 2020. I have to do this another again in June of 2021 in order to be qualified to be in good standing to receive my status. Okay. Now, an emergency facility physically attached to a hospital, and I have to be accredited with the hospital. Okay, which operates on a 24-hour, 7-day week basis. The facility must be continuously staffed with a physician. On-call hours and hours earned in walk-in clinics or urgent care facilities are not applicable. Or I have to have earned my hours as a freestanding emergency facility, which is licensed by their state. I am licensed by the state of Massachusetts, and an administrator of the freestanding emergency facility must attest that the facility meets the criteria below. Okay, here we go. Oh, so pretty much Battle First Aid Responder Services is a freestanding medical facility. And I see all types of emergencies. I am not physically located within a hospital. I'm not in a hospital setting. I am open to the public. Yes. I have to be able to receive 911 ambulances who treat them as the nearest hospital. So I have to let Boston EMS people know that I'm available for emergency services. Okay, which doesn't have to be another issue. I have document that I comply with all state regulations for emergency departments regarding staffing, supplies, labs, management, and treatment capabilities. Okay, so so guys, here is it's a small office at Regis. So here's my clinic. Okay, so pretty much I have medical supplies there. There's my pretty much medical supplies here, as well as my other medical supplies here. Here's my packing bags, and then I have my books, as well as pretty much my medical books here, and I have some more books, as well as all these are medical books, and I have some more books. I'm always reading books. I love the smell of books. I'm always reading books. I have my medical supplies there, my clinical supplies there, community health, and then I'm always pretty much stacked. pretty much stacked. Okay, stacked. So I need to get packing for tomorrow, Milwaukee. Okay. All right. So I do have basic medical supplies, as well as I do have at least Narcan. I'm good with Narcan. I have Narcan. I am trying to get an EpiPen, which is good, as well as I need a fire extinguisher, and I'll be set. Okay, so I have documentation that I do meet with the state regulations of the state of Massachusetts. I have a defined arrangement for admissions to the nearest hospital, so I have to figure out how I'm going to get that, as well as Medicare, and I do take Medicare and Medicaid. There you go. All right, so I have to submit verification of all active staff privileges by means of a letter from the administration, blah, blah, blah. Just make sure I have access to hospitals. And I have to submit a document report of a minimum of 10 emergency medicine cases for which the physician had the lead management role. The case reports must be no older than 12 months from the date of the candidate's application for certification is submitted to the board. And I have to report that should include all the information on the care and services provided by the applicant. So I literally have to do a patient assessment report for every single person that I come into contact with. As well as submit letters of recommendation. I have to do a self-query on the National Practitioner Database and submit the report. Okay, and then I have to submit a current curriculum, a list of course requirements that I'm taking right now. So pretty much, I have to do case reports. I have to make sure that all my medical supplies are in order. I have to make sure I'm verified by the State Board of Boston as well as the state of Massachusetts. And I have to get recommendation letters. And I need a supervisor physician, and I have to be connected to a hospital. So there's literally over 100 hospitals and clinics here in the city of Boston. So I have to figure out a couple things. I need a supervisor physician in order to do this management, as well as I need a big office. I need a supervising physician. I need to be connected to a hospital. So the closest hospital is Massachusetts General Hospital, or Mass General or Boston Med. And then I have to be continuing doing patient data reports, patient assessment reports. So literally I'm always on YouTube doing YouTube videos, as well as trying to be as professional as I can in the community, providing public safety services, emergency management services, as well as I'm always asking people what's going on, how are you doing, things like that. Okay, so I'm going to be pretty busy for the next. This is a practice. Yes, this is my practice. This is my small practice office. And pretty much all over the place. But I'm also doing research on COVID. The main thing right now that I still need to continue to do is be published. I need to actually write reports, as well as be published in a medical journal, a medical or law journal, and continue to write daily patient reports to people that I come into contact with. And right here it says the board wants at least 10 case reports a month. They want me to do 10 case reports a month. And all of this is available to you, as well as I have to be connected to a medical school. So I am a hot mess right now. But so if I have been approved by the Center for Medicaid and Medicare Services, then yes, I am a doctor of emergency medicine. But I still have to be able to meet within the board credentials and certifications. Okay, so I've been accepted by CMS. It says I've been accepted by CMS right here. And I need to be making some copies. So it says I've been accepted by CMS. Here's my MPI number. If I've been accepted, as well as been accepted by the state of Massachusetts. Here's my American Red Cross. If I've been accepted by the state of Massachusetts, been accepted by CMS, then yes, I am a doctor of emergency medicine. But I still have to meet all the credentials. I still have to meet all the regulations and all the credentials of my board, the board that has recognized me through these services. You got me, guys? And I still need to get a doctor of emergency medicine certification, registration number, so I can start billing people for my services and billing officials. Okay, so I'm all over the street, I'm everywhere, but I need to get this in order to record this, as well as pretty much get it in order. And yes, like I said before in my previous video, there is a price for everything. Everything does come with a price. As a Black female, you're usually acknowledged by your price. What are you willing to pay for your services? Are you working? What are your services? I'm still able to pretty much do what I have to do in order to help out my community, as well as be available for others in the city, as well as be available for things I went through in the past and use those to continue my progress It is a lot. It is a lot. I'm like a slow turtle. Literally, I'm like a slow turtle. So, if CMS has says I am Dr. LaQueen Battle, then yes, I am Dr. LaQueen Battle. But I still need to meet all the requirements of the board that has given me the credentials. So right now, the main thing is if I'm still able to keep this credential, it's not just on this website, but it's also recognized. I have to, number one, be certified with a hospital, be connected to a hospital. Number two, continue to do daily case management, as well as start doing case management services. And then as well as be connected to a hospital, do case management services, as well as be to sit for the boards exam. So right now I'm doing my residency. Right now I'm literally, I guess you could say right now I'm doing my residency. Okay. And I have to be able to keep this business open for the next 12 to 24 months. Battle First Aid Responder Services. Not just here in Boston, but I just have to be available for services within my business. Okay. So it is a lot. I'm a hot mess. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm not just faking this. I'm not just doing this just because. I'm literally have a purpose to everything I do, as well as being available. I've been in over 5 different cities just this whole summer, 3 months alone. Okay, and according to the residency, the requirements for my certification, I cannot receive payment for my services, but I have to be available. My I can be paid for my services, but I cannot receive any kind of preferential treatment for my services. You get it? Because I still have to maintain the code of ethics for my credentials. So yes, I am an emergency physician, but I am right now in the process, like I'm doing my residency right now. Okay, I'm doing my residency right now. I still have to go through the process of steps in order to get everything approved. But I'm in my residency status. I still have to go through a medical school. Okay, I still have to go through a medical school. I still have to go through a hospital, get connected to a medical school as well, get connected to a hospital, and still be affiliated with that emergency medical physician status. Okay, so it is a lot. It is a lot right now. It is a lot to say. But I'm happy to be here in Boston. It's competition everywhere. It is ridiculous how much competition there is out in the streets. But you do what you have to do in order to survive. So, guys, this is LaQueen Battle from Battle First Aid Responder Services. I'm grateful, very happy that God has placed me in this position. Tomorrow, I will be in Milwaukee, working with the city of Milwaukee as a volunteer, as well as with the DNC. Just walking around, being involved, being available to provide services that are needed by the city. So I have to get packed right now. It is 8 o'clock and I am hungry and available to help out my community. So guys, this is LaQueen. Please be safe, protect yourself and your loved ones during COVID, as well as be involved. I love you guys. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers. All right. Blessings. Bye.